Okay, so this is the 9th over. Saul into bowl. Oh, nah, that's head outside the line.
Well, if you like your actresses, Sully's looked after you there because he's got a Michelle Pfeiffer already.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer, and it's not even it's not even the drinks break yet. It's a long way before the drinks break. Could he get a 10 for?
Well, they're not it's not unusual for a Dynamo player to get a 10 for. We saw Pierce last season get a 10 for, which we talked about constantly when watching the 4th 11.
Comes into bowl. Oh, nah, that should have hit him outside the line again. And the umpire making the right decision there.
We talked about him getting single to face Sewell, at least, because he's looked the most likely batsman. But even then, still had a couple of cherries on the pads there. So it may not be a case of him needing to face Sewell, try and curb the influence. Maybe it has to be a case of facing Poon and whoever comes on at the Elizabeth Street end, try and score some runs, get themselves to a score.
Yeah, look at comes into bowl and leaves it alone. That time the ball did not move in as much as otherwise. So the score is currently on
16.
16. So
the run rate itself is okay for the start of the Condry Oval match. Turnovers normal.
You'd expect to go at just 1.5 runs and over up to the first drinks break. That would consider you think you're in a good position. Comes into bowl. Ooh! Tries to play a back foot cover drive and it goes into the covers. That was pretty good. The batsman tried to move his feet just at the last moment. He stepped over towards square leg just as Sewell was jumping into his action. Whether that was deliberate or subconscious, whether it was just a reaction of being terrified of Sewell and wanting to run away, or whether it was trying to get him off his line.
Comes in. And this
Oh, that is no. Again, just hit him outside the line.
He's still looking likely to get wickets there, and this is the probably the benefit of having someone like Sewell who's played a lot of second 11 cricket, faced a lot of good batsmen, and needing to up the ante against those sort of batsmen when he's able to do against these third 11 batsmen. And you just stick with him, and you get through 7 or 8 overs. He's a fit young man.
Sewell into bowl and down the leg side.
Still not a bad over for Diamond Creek, even though there wasn't any index figures being raised. The Tigers are 5 for 16.
So this is the 10th over of the innings. The number 7 batsman is on strike. Tapoon comes into bowl and leaves it alone.
Generally you have a counter-punch sort of batsman at number 7 there, just in case there are early wickets or in case you are in a good position. So not necessarily doom and gloom just yet for the Tigers. If they can find a partnership or two at this point there, and work themselves back in it. That's going to take a lot.
It's going to take a lot, indeed. Comes into bowl, and it's a full ball, and it's maybe plays a full toss and driven, and it's fielded by mid-off for a dot ball.
This is probably a massive luxury there for Milner, the skipper there, just to be able to work through his bowlers, if he needs to even, but both of them can still get through more overs. They're only into their 5th overs, which is only really the maximum for a junior, so you think it would be a bare minimum for a senior in the opening spell.
Comes into bowl. Oh, and it's kind of interestingly squirted out there to gully for a dot ball.
I don't think they want to hold off too long until they bring someone like an Ireland or a Farron Price on. You've got to work everyone into the game at this point in time, even if you are on top. The last thing you want is them to build a partnership under Sewell and Poon, and find the backup bowlers or the second change bowlers up against the wall.
Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. That's definitely true. Definitely, you have to, if you're as a captain, you have to figure out a way. How do I bring my second change fast bowlers on to join in the party and continue on this work? Not to be too tender and wait too long, but then again, don't lose the pressure by bowling some bad balls and not being as tight and excellent as these two.
Poon in again. This is full and left alone there. Just only comfortably taking that round about knee height there, which is quite alright there for a wicket. Crowd slowly starting to come in. You reported as about 7 before. We're looking at double figures at this point. I think more will start slowly coming in as the afternoon drags on.
Mostly at the pavilion area. Turn into ball. And tries again to that glory ball.
Another situation of back-to-back ends. Mill Park 5 for 16.
Okay, so this is the 11th over. Saul, left arm, fast medium, continuing to bowl. And down the leg side. Spoil the ball swinging too much.
I also think we've actually picked this here because I'm just was seeing Ireland warm up there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they looked at him before drinks. So keep an eye for that one.
Well, here, would he take over from where Poon is bowling?
He naturally brings the ball in, so I don't think you want it to be against the breeze. So I think he might take it from Saul's end.
Saul into bowl. And driven, and it's a very nice drive. And it goes out into the deep cover region, and the players have finally picked it up. They picked it up and throws it in.
It's a good chase there. Keep it just a 2. Again, looking the most likely our number 4 batsman there. Just right on top of that shot there. It never looked like being anything but runs, and yeah, keeps chalking up the 2s. It's his 4-2.
Yes, it looks very much in his sorts. Comes into bowl and defends it. So there were lots of dodgy issues last over between this number 4 batsman and Saul, a number of appeals, and he was able to survive them. So he's doing his best to deal with this situation as well as he can.
They've actually taken out the 3rd slip and brought in mid-off after moving mid-off to mid-on. So they're probably just thinking more about keeping him locked down against Saul here.
Comes into bowl. Oh, drives it, and it's going through the gap between point and cover. Cover fielder slides, throws it in. Very nicely fielded there. But Coventry Oval does not allow you to stop that one. 2 more there.
Another case, probably a little bit too wide there. Even if you bring that ball in, that's not hitting the stumps there. So Saul's just got to work at bring that close to where he was having that 5th stump line. Letting it bring in, then that natural in swing.
Saul into bowl, and it just went on with the arm. Has the ball stopped swinging, or is he just trying to control it a bit more?
Probably a bit of both there. When you think about your fast bowler spell leg, when you get into these sort of overs there, 5 being your bare minimum for your spell, but when you look at the 6th, 7th, 8th, it then turns into a long spell quite quickly. So I think now it's going to be back control until they look for the change of bowler.
Saul into bowl. Oh, goes for the glory ball, but he flips it off his toes into the square leg region, and they're just happy with the 1.
So that's the end of the 11th over. 5 runs for the Tigers that time. They find themselves 5 for 21.
There's some people attending the crowd. There's one person, and there's another person having a wander around Coventry Oval. Okay, so Poon to continue to bowl from the Elizabeth Street end. Comes into bowl. Ooh.
Touches the pad on the way through there, and that's that 4 5th stump line. What it does is it forces the batsman to think about their decision making. Is it a leaving ball or is it a playing ball? And didn't really decide either way there. And so that's why it's hit the pad as opposed to just missing everything all the way through to Sony. So that's definitely a strength of Poon there. That's why he's only conceded 8 runs off his 5 overs so far.
Poon comes into bowl, and it's a flow full toss, and it's driven, but mid-off is able to run around and saves it, so that number 4 batsman does not continue on his work from his previous over, and that motorbike is coming back around. As of this time, we have not been joined by any magpies, but we are expecting them later in the day when it gets a bit cooler.
So Poon in again. This is 4. This is off the hip. This is going to be a comfortable single down to Saul there at fine leg. Takes the score on to 22.
coming around again. Okay, we're back. Poon into bowl. And defends it, and it's fielded by the cover. So let's just have a look at it. Let's get an update on the field situation. So we have 2 slips, gully. Point is still a couple of meters back. Cover is a couple of meters in. Then we've got mid off, mid on, very orthodox mid wicket, and a final egg that's 2/3 of the way to the fence.
So Poon in again. Full and defended across to mid wicket where putt over field, no run.
So there's no back draw for this this batsman. He's keeping his bat very close to his feet so that he just can immediately play the ball from when he steps into it. No chance of the ball beating him on pace. Put into bowl. Oh! Again goes for the glory Yorker, and it's leg glanced, and it works and into the leg side, and it's fielded by the mid on.
Just a couple of fat over, Mill Park, 5 for 23.
Okay, so this is the 13th over of the innings, and it looks like we have a change of the bowling at the Diamond Creek trail end.
Exactly right, we've got Nick Island coming on. Not surprising he's coming on from this end. The breeze seems to be coming a little bit across, so it will suit his in-swinging deliveries there. So, a bit more of a defensive field there. I don't think necessarily for the wrong reasons. I just think that they've got to cover his loose balls to make sure they can see the boundaries.
Island into bowl. Oh, now this is the first time we've had a chance to look at Island, and he has a very unorthodox action, sort of a Hail Tanveer sort of action. Pakistani left arm quick.
Come on, everyone knows this Hail Tanveer is.
Specialist in 2020.
Island in again. Just full.
Oh! Because he and it has the same issues that Sohail and others like Mike Proctor, because you let the ball faster than it was expected, considering how when your front foot moves onto the crease. So you actually catch the batsman off guard because you bowl faster than what they think. Oh! Short of a length, tries to play the pull shot and seems to have hit his body.
I think that's why they've got the backward square there, because while most of the deliveries you'll find from Ireland are quite full, around that Yorker length to the very full length, his loose one is probably too slow to not have that sweeper, whereas he can see boundaries.
Island into bowl and left alone outside the off stump. So the question now, it's been a little while since that 5th wicket has fallen. The question is, what will the Diamond Creek captain do over the course of the next 15 minutes? Try and step on the snake's head, or try and strangle it? Comes into bowl and leaves it alone.
I think we're sort of getting our answer now there. They haven't overused Sewell. They've certainly kept him fresh enough that certainly towards the end of going towards tea, they can bring him back on again, because he hasn't bowled a lot, just the 6 overs there. And I think we will see Farron Price then from the Elizabeth Street end as well there. So using their chain bowlers.
Comes into bowl and driven, and the short cover has collected it. Good work for him.
So we've got a maiden over here. The Tigers are 5 for 23.
So Poon to continue bowling. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone.
We brought up last over about how long it's been. Considering the 5 wickets in the first 7 overs, we've also gone for the next patch of 7, and Mill Park haven't lost any. So it's not really overly turning. I wouldn't say turn is the right word. But the momentum's suddenly going. So it's suddenly become that game of chess. I mean, you're a big fan of chess, Chukka.
Poon into bowl and leaves it alone.
So you talk about Diamond Creek needing to make the next move, and they still probably do. Mill Park can probably afford this sort of run rate for a little while still there. The ideal situation is that they obviously don't be more than 5 at tea there the lungy and say 50 or 60. And then they can be the ones to make the next move potentially after tee.
Oh yes, if it's the score's 5 for 60, Millpark could aim for a 150 score or something. Maybe not 150, maybe 120, 130, which is certainly competitive, certainly in the game. Certainly something to play for, which 5 for 16 is not.
Even worse, it was 5 for 13 at one point. Probably will look to change. Probably after this over, I would have thought 7's probably enough for him as he comes in again. This is full and driven. This is end up being a full toss there. Feeling comfortably at cover. Bit of a lull in a way in the game there, but this is probably what false cricket is all about there. It doesn't necessarily have to be Campbell Street sort of stuff there where something will happen every over. Guarantee. Money back guarantee even.
Poon into bowl. Hits his pad and dribbles out. Fielded by the keeper. And that bike is back again.
I think we'll have to get some of the media team onto them to try and shoo him away.
There he is. There's Poon.
One of the rare fastballs to wear long sleeves.
Yes. Centre bowl. Oh! Tries to smother it with bat and pad together, and does so. It's the end of the over.
Still 5 for 23. Waiting till the day's close. Got Island in here. This is full and delivered comfortably to mid off. Never a chance to run it, and it's not surprisingly, it's a dot ball.
Yep. So, what are we up to?
This is the 15th over, so creeping up towards, I know, one of your favourite patches in the game, the drinks break.
Yes, and, beverages. Island into bowl, and tries to drive it back to the bowler, and it dribbles and mid-off gets it.
Breeze starting to slowly pick up a little bit here, favouring that in-swing of Island there. Not a gigantic amount of wind, so shouldn't have that too much.
Island into bowl, and it's a big full toss, and it's driven, and the fielder at cover again saves it.
When our number 4 batsman's on strike, I understand having one man sort of saving runs, but surely you could bring backward square in or forward square. Have him as a catching mid-wicket, or about a bit more in a moment as Island's in. And straight through him.
Wow! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The breakthrough has happened. That long partnership has come to an end, and the batsman has been removed.
Well, you don't want to have your stumps removed there, especially it's batting crease, but yeah, it seemed like a little bit too defensive of a field considering the momentum was still with the Demons, but all it takes is really a good ball there, and one of the things that I'll make you do, he makes you play, and if you're leaving, even if they didn't miss the stumps, that would have obviously been very close to hitting, so it would have made the batsman play again anyway. You just got to play the ball. Keep it simple. You're probably not going to outside edge it to say a third slip. It's either going to be a thin edge to the keeper, or you're going to hit it properly. So we're into the bottom 4 here for the Tigers, and they're still only on 23 runs. You'd think they'd still have to find a way to 100 to give them something to bowl at this afternoon.
Yes, definitely it needs something like that. So, 2 overs, 2 balls left in the over. Alright, here we go, new batsman. And plays it defensively off the back foot, and the cover has been moved in closer.
And this is one of the strengths of the Diamond Creek bowling attack with their 4 front liners. There's not really going to be a lot of loose deliveries there to put away there. We've seen obviously no boundaries so far. They've all been relentless.
Comes into bowl. Oh! Well.
So that's the end of the 15th over. Mill Park, 6 for 23.
Okay. Poon to continue to bowl. Oh, drives it, and it's gone through the gap in the cover region, and the two fielders are chasing after it, and they approach it. Oh, bit of a slip over there.
No damage done. There was always going to be two, and that's still the case there.
Is he alright? He's getting up. He's seems okay.
You still would think that maybe they'll look towards Jarom fielding after the drinks break, give him a bit of a rest. Or you've got the sub field you might as well use him.
Yes. And I assume that the sub rules that you see in international cricket don't apply, because that would be too difficult for a single umpire to monitor.
Well, if anyone's going to do it, Dick Norman can.
Comes into bowl and drives it, and this time, ooh, hits in the upper chest region. So,
bring another man across here, perhaps to an extra cover or cover point, just as a bit of insurance there, because aside from the couple of glances, all the other runs that we've seen off Poon have really been driven there where he's gotten the full toss or into the half volley area, so probably just a little bit of insurance there.
comes into bowl. Oh, down the leg side. No one bothered appealing. Dot ball. Yes, they've. So there's just two on the leg side, and they've had to try and they've moved the fine leg, who was 2/3 of the way down to the fence, is now 1/3 and is much more square, and so it's like a very backward square leg. Comes into bowl. Ooh, same way that his partner was removed.
Homeboy doesn't have that one and jag right back in there. It's all very natural when he brings it in there with his action there, as opposed to saying having an off cutter or an in swinger there.
Poon coming into bowl, and it's driven.
And well fielded there at the point there.
Yes, very well deserved high fives there. That was a good piece of fielding, diving to his right and grasping it with his just the one hand. So very good stuff there.
Follow ball for the 16th over. Poon comes in. This is full and driven again. Comfortably fielded there by short cover. 16 done. The Tigers are 6 for 25.
So this is, which over is this? What over is this? Haydos?
This is the 17th over there, so it could be the last or second last before the players sip on some beverages.
Highland into bowl, and ooh, a very nice flamingo there. Good stuff by the batsman. But drives it to mid on.
It's one of the things you have to do against Ireland. You have to be able to work your wrists there, because with the ball coming in there, a lot of your runs are probably going to be on the leg side, so you've got to have good wrists.
Comes into bowl, and oh, another bit of a flamingo. He likes raising up his back leg as he drives.
Worth trying at this point. They've probably got nothing to lose. It's not on the usual technique.
Comes into bowl. Oh, wow! Inside edge onto the pads. What a ball. Now that is just the situation where you just have to get movement in terms of centimeters, just enough to miss the proper segment of the bat, get the inside edge, miss the meat, get the inside edge, and then you can find the batsman in all sorts of troubles. So the batsman has been removed for a duck, facing 5 balls.
Just a good piece of bowling there, and it's back-to-back bowls there from Ireland. The players will take a drink there, and it's been a well-deserved drink there for the Demons.
So now the drinks break is being taken. So let's just have a look at the score. We have had 16.3 overs, and the score is 7 for 25. So 7 for 25 in halfway through the 17th over. So now everyone is having their beverages, and so now we are going to be taking a break. So enjoy this video montage.
I need you to bring some things from the house. Chessboard?
Beverages.
Badminton set?
Beverages.
Scrabble board?
Beverages.
My sneakers?
Beverages.
All right. Beverages.
Broken wing, it didn't last a spring. You shoved me out before the nest was cold. I couldn't fly, but God, I tried. I hit the ground and I was on my own, alone in a big blue land with only my legs to stand and no one to lend a hand or to pick me up. I see the sky